Well, there's our half. So the score, the New York Giants 27, the Houston Oilers nothing.
Well, hello. Thank you so much for taking time out of your day to check out this video. And welcome to the Gridiron. And before I get started, I just want to say thank you so much to everyone who's been watching my videos. I greatly appreciate it. If you give this video a thumbs up, or maybe leave a comment below, or maybe share the video, it would mean so much to me. But anyway, thank you so much for just taking time to watch this video. I greatly appreciate it. Thank you. So I want to give two videos, or one, I mean, because you can just sit here, you got 17 games. Okay, week 1, Denver, all right, that's a win. Week 2, that's a loss. Week 3, that's a win. Week 4, I mean, then you say, okay, so the Giants at the end of the season are going to be 9-8. All right, okay, thanks for watching the video. I mean, I said, that's now, okay? I mean, you have no idea. I mean, to come out right now and say in 17 weeks from now the Giants are going to win this game and the record's going to be, you have no idea, with injuries or injuries to the other teams as well, or I mean, or any of the questions the Giants have. I mean, can Daniel Jones stay healthy? Is he the quarterback? And so you just don't know. So I'm going to give two videos. One of I don't want to say if all hell breaks loose, what their record is, which is what this video is. Okay, I'm going to get the bad news out of the way with it. And then what might happen if good things happen, all right? And then, what if it's kind of hell breaks loose and it's a good, then it kind of the fall in the middle. But I just want to say, this one is if they get injuries, I mean, if Kenny Golladay, his hamstring hampers him all year long. John Ross, his hamstring, he just can't seem to get healthy. If Kadarius Toney somehow gets healthy and then he can't find cleats, and he misses the next first bunch of games and he gets hurt, and, just if a bunch of injuries kind of start derailing the season. I mean, if Andrew Thomas, it isn't, what we were hoping he would be. Maybe Matt Parrott starts struggling. If we get some injuries, I mean, like Daniel Jones, maybe he misses a few, maybe he gets injured too. I mean, what might the Giants' record wind up being? Okay, when things, really don't go well. I'm saying, because we got 17 games. I mean, there's a lot of bad things can happen in 17 games. Okay. So I'm just going to, with this video, okay? So we'll start off with the bad. So they got 17 games. All right. Now, what I'm going to do is, my dog Randy down there, they got 6 games against their own division. All right. Now, if things are bad, I mean, like this, Daniel Jones struggles, Kenny Galladay's, injured, winds up missing 5, 6, 7 games. Evan Ingram, there's another injury waiting to happen. John Ross just can't seem to make it onto the field. Kadarius Toney, all these weapons we have, if somehow they still can't seem to find a way to make it onto the field, I mean, Saquon could get hurt again, I mean, so we can have all of those guys play throughout the season, but we never actually have them all on the field at the same time. We might have Kenny Golladay on the field for a couple games, but then Saquon's hurt. And then, Evan Ingram might be hurt, and Saquon might be hurt. Then we got John Ross back, but then Kenny Galladay's, what I mean? So it might be like that the whole season. So, the 6 games we got against our own division, all right? I'm going to go worst case scenario is 2-4. Best case scenario is 4-2. Okay, absolute best case scenario is 4-2. I don't care, we're gonna split with at least 2 of the teams, even if things are going well. I mean, because I'm not going to say we're going to beat the Eagles here, then we're going to lose to them there. We're going to beat the Cowboys on the road. I'm just saying, if best case scenario, okay, we'd be 4-2. So worst case scenario with 2-4. All right, because I mean, all the other teams are going to get injuries. They're going to have their question marks and all that and everything. So I say worst case scenario, if we're really struggling, we got a lot of injuries and all and everything. Okay, we'll be 2-4 against our own division. Okay, that leaves us with 11 other games. Okay. Now, as I said, the reason why, I mean, we're not gonna, you know, worst case scenario, we're not gonna beat the Eagles 2 games. Absolutely not. Since December 7th, 2008. Okay, the Eagles 21-5 against us. They've won 21 of the past 26 games, and that includes the Giants winning the last game last year. I mean, I was 21-5. Actually, it was before we won the last game last year. We were 21-4. Are you serious? 21. That was 21-5. And the Eagles had winning streaks in there 6 games in a row and also 8 games in a row. All right, you know. So, in order for us to, you know, beat the, you know, say we're going to sweep them, we have to actually do it. But so before we actually do it, you know, I'm not saying we're going to do it. You know, all right. The same thing with the Cowboys. The Cowboys have had a number of lately. Since September 8th, 2013, the Cowboys are 12-4 against us. Okay. They've also had winning streaks of 5 and 7 against us. All right. Now the things are kind of reversed when we're playing the Washington football team. Since October 8th, 2006, the Giants are 22-8 against the Washington football team. We've had 2 winning streaks of 5 in a row against them, and we also had a 6-game winning streak against them. Okay, so we kind of had their number. But I'm just saying, worst case scenario, if things really go bad for the Giants would be 2-4. Okay. Then I looked. We got 11 other games. If things are going really bad, okay, guys start getting injured. You know, as I said, I think our defense is pretty. I think our defense will help keep us in a lot of games. I'm saying, like Adoree Jackson, you know, he gets injured, right? Maybe he's hurt quite a bit. Maybe we don't have that second cornerback like we were kind of hoping. We signed him, but now he's injured. You know, he winds up staying injured most of the season, and so most of the season we have a rotating, cornerbacks in the cornerback 2 position. Okay, so you know, but for the most part, the defense should keep us in most of the games. But I mean, once again, if you know, Andrew Thomas is struggling, Shane Lemieux winds up his knee doesn't get any better, or he totally tears his patellar tendon, and he's out for the season. Maybe Matt Parrott's really struggling. Nate Solder got hurt his shoulder in practice. I mean, so Lord knows what might happen during a game. I mean, Daniel Jones has been hurt the first 2 seasons. I mean, he's not Eli Manning, you know. Saquon Barkley's been hurt the past 2 years, so might be hurt again this year. I mean, Kenny Galladay's not on the field. You know, John Ross, you know, Evan Ingram's an accident waiting to happen. So I'm just saying, you know, we're struggling. All right? So what I did was I wound up picking up pretty much like 4 games. I really don't think the Giants would wind up winning if the Giants are just struggling. Okay. You know, like the same thing with Daniel Jones. Maybe he's in the game, but he's making stupid mistakes. Okay, like the interception he threw against the Patriots in the preseason game. You know, drive all the way down the field, get to the 6-inch line. I mean, I don't know why he can't. I mean, he's like one of the best athletes on the field. Get the ball, 6'5", 6'4", 6. Just dive over. I mean, just you know what I mean. Quarterback sneak. Get the ball over the goal line. It's a touchdown. No, he'll roll out, throw an interception. So maybe he does stupid things like that. All right, it helps just derail football games for us. So I gave this 4 games that the Giants. I'm just saying, things are just going bad. Okay, there's 4 games that we're just going to wind up losing. Okay, the one we're home against the Rams, right? Because the Rams are very good. Matthew Stafford's has done very well against the Giants in his career. Okay, and that's when he was with the Detroit Lions. Okay, so that's pretty impressive. Now he's with the Los Angeles Rams, right? And they're a little bit better than the Detroit Lions, right? So I say if we're struggling, injuries and all, I think we automatically lose the Rams game, right? Then we got the Chiefs, all right, on the road Monday night. Then we got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers on the road on Monday night. I know that the guy who wrote this schedule out really didn't like us too much, right? Then I got at the Chargers, okay? I think that would be, if we're struggling, I think if Justin Herbert's there and all and everything, I think that's going to be a tough game to wind up winning that game. So I give the Giants, there's 4 losses there. Okay, so between our NFC East opponents and those 4 losses, now we're 2-8. Okay, we got 7 games left to go. Okay. Now, you also, another thing you gotta realize is that we've shelled out some money. Okay, this season, to bring in some, Kyle Rudolph, Adoree Jackson, all right, Kenny Golladay. We spent some money to bring some guys in. Okay, now, sometimes it can work out, sometimes it doesn't. I mean, like the 2016 season. Okay, we were like a girly world, throwing $100 bills. We were just throwing money left and right. Jerry Reese was, woo! Okay, we put in Snacks Harrison, okay, Olivier Vernon, and the Jackrabbit, Janoris Jenkins. Right, threw out a lot of money for those guys. I brought them in, and the 2016 season, we were 11-5. I mean, I'm like, ooh, baby, yeah. I mean, that was, Sterling Shepard. We had Odell Beckham Jr., Victor Cruz. That was kind of like his last season with us and all. Eli. So the defense did very, very well that season. And things were looking pretty good. And then, of course, Odell took all the wide receivers on that boat trip just before the playoff game, and then we got demolished by the Packers. But I mean, things were looking pretty good. 2016, we had a defense, all right. And then in 2017 rolls around, right? Our first draft pick was Evan Ingram, all right. He had a good rookie season. Okay, a nice rookie season. Okay, first round pick Evan Ingram. So that only helps for the offense, all right. Then we get Dalvin Tomlinson in the second round, all right. So I mean, our defensive front, all right, was Dalvin Tomlinson, Snacks Harrison, Olivier Vernon, and JPP. I mean, come on, right? I mean, nice defensive front. I mean, our defense was, you were kind of hoping was kind of going to be good that year. I mean, why not? I mean, 2016 was good. Why not? Same guys, a lot of same guys. Why not going to be good in 2017, right? And they added Dalvin Tomlinson, right? The offense said we added Evan Ingram, Wayne Gallman. We got him in the 4th round. Nothing super special, but a nice running back. But so I mean, why not? We threw a lot of money. 2016, it really worked out good. 2017, we were 3-13. I mean, one of the things was that I don't want to say totally derailed this, because I can't really say it. Odell Beckham Jr. got hurt. All right, now in the preseason game against the Browns, he actually got hurt twice. First time he sprained his ankle. Okay, in a preseason game against the Browns, Manning hit Odell Beckham Jr. It was early in the second quarter, very early in the second quarter, for an 18-yard gain. Got down to around the 20-yard line or so of the Browns, somewhere around there, and Odell went up, got the ball, and as he was coming down, Body Calhoun, I think that's how you pronounce his name, went in there and injured. I mean, he went in, didn't go in there and wrap up or not. Like a lot of guys go in there, they just try to shoulder the guy down to the ground. Well, he went in there with his shoulder and he took out Odell Beckham's knee. I mean, the idiot announcer said he hit him in the thigh. He didn't hit him in the thigh. You can see his knee buckle. Well, I mean, he hit him in the knee, but he wound up spraining his ankle. And you see, he took his helmet off. He threw the ball at the Body Calhoun, that dipshit who tried to hurt him, and he went off the field, and so he was injured. Okay, now also that was him getting injured by the Browns. Okay, that was Greg Williams was the defensive coordinator. Okay, of the Browns at the time. Now, Greg Williams, the worthless piece of crap scumbag that he is. He was part of a bounty gate or something like that. He was the defensive coordinator for the New Orleans Saints, okay, from 2009 to 2011, okay. And they had a bounty kind of thing going on where they had a pool of money, and if guys from the Saints defense went out and actually injured other guys from the other team, they would get money from this pool. And actually, there was an investigation done. They kind of found that Williams and as many as 27 of his New Orleans Saint players were involved in this bounty gate. And even Williams, the worthless piece of crap that he even put some of his own money in there to have his players hurt other guys. Okay, so in 2017, all right, when this happened, all right, Greg Williams was the defensive coordinator. So I could see a possibility because, I mean, the guy went, Odell Beckham went up, got the ball, came down, the guy went taking his knee out. Or this piece. This is the same Greg Williams, the absolute total idiot that he is. I'm glad I don't think he'll ever see another job in the NFL. He was the moron that called the all-out blitz last year against the Jets when the Jets were 0-11. They were playing the Las Vegas Raiders, and with 5 seconds to go in the game, Derek Carr hit Henry Ruggs on a Hail Mary or just a go pattern, whatever it was. He beat, it was a rookie cornerback was out there. Lamar Jackson was out there. Henry Ruggs kind of ran right past him. Derek Carr hit him with 5 seconds to go, and the Raiders wound up winning 31-28. Well, I mean, you don't call an all-out blitz on a play like that, and Greg Williams did that, and he got fired. I mean, Adam Gase and Williams. I mean, what a combo that is. But Williams got fired right after that, and he hasn't found a job yet in the NFL. And good riddance, because he's a worthless piece of trash. But in 2017, okay, sorry to make this a long story, but 2017, Odell Beckham got hurt again in Week 5. He came back. He got his ankle injured in the preseason against the Browns. Okay, he missed Week 1 because of his injury. Came back in Week 2, 3, 4, and 5. Right, so he played 4 games that year. In Week 5, with about 4 minutes to go in the game, he wound up getting fracturing his ankle against the Chargers. All right, and he missed the rest of the season. Now the thing is, I mean, Odell would have had another phenomenal season. He played 4 games. He had 25 catches for 302 yards and 3 touchdowns. That's in 4 games. So you multiply that out over a 16-game schedule. If he played the whole season, he would have had 100 catches for 1,208 yards and 12 touchdowns. So he would have had another phenomenal season. Okay, but he fractured his ankle. He was out for the whole season, and that really kind of derailed a lot of the offense that the Giants were kind of hoping to have. That was 2017. The next year in 2018, of course, we got Saquon, we had Ingram, Shepard, Saquon, we had Odell Beckham Jr., Eli. So we had a nice offense, but that was 2018. But in 2017, so when Odell got hurt in Week 5 against the Chargers, the Giants lost that game. They were 0-5. I mean, so it wasn't like they were 4-0 and then they lost Odell Beckham Jr. and the rest of the season got derailed. I mean, they were 0-5. They wound up being 3-13 in the 2017 season. So I mean, 2016, you throw a lot of money at the guys, you do really good, and then the next season with the same guys on the field, a lot of the same guys on the field, you go from 11-5 to 3-13. Right? They lost 8 games. I mean, it was absolutely, unbelievably pathetic. Horrible. Absolutely horrible. So, I mean, just because you throw a lot of money at guys doesn't mean that they're going to wind up performing or they're going to wind up jealous. I mean, the Giants have thrown some money at some guys this year. All right, Kenny Golladay, he's hurt. They threw money at Adoree Jackson. He's hurt. They threw money at Kyle Rudolph. He's hurt, but he's making his way back, though, okay? But, I mean, just because we've thrown some money, we got some real good guys in there, in free agency doesn't mean it's going to work out like in 2016. And 2016 it did. 2017 it did. I mean, all that money just was for naught, all right? So between, the money we're throwing out at these guys, okay, the draft picks and all that still doesn't mean that we're going to wind up, things are going to wind up working out. All right. So anyway, so back to where I was. So I got us we're 2-8 between our division games and those 4 games that I got us losing automatically. Right? We're 2-8. So that leaves 7 games left to go, okay? Could we beat the Denver Broncos? Sure, okay? That's one. Atlanta. Could we beat Atlanta? Sure. We're going to play New Orleans. Could we beat New Orleans? Sure, absolutely. I mean, Drew Brees ain't there no more, all right? Then we got Carolina. We could beat them. The Las Vegas Raiders at home. Sure, we could beat them. We go on the road against Miami. I'm not too thrilled with Tua. I mean, you know. And then you got second to last game of the season at Chicago. I mean, I'm not too high on them either. Right? So that's 7 games. Okay, so if things are just going bad, you know what I mean, injuries and bad play and all, you know, out of those 7 games, we'll either go 4-3 or 3-4. Okay, so if you want to add 4, you know, say we're 4-3, we were 2-8, and you add 4 and 3 to that, would be 6-11. All right, out of those 7 games, you know, if you want to really go bad, say we're 3-4. So you add 3-4 to our 2-8. All right, and we're 5-12. Okay, so all things go pretty, you know, bad. I said injuries, bad play, stupid things from Daniel Jones. Okay, you know, I could see us being, you know, maybe winning 5 games, maybe 5 or 6. I mean, because, you know, it's not the hardest schedule in the world. It's not the hardest division in the world. And even if we have some injuries, the other teams are going to have injuries as well. Okay. You know, but, you know, stupid things like Daniel Jones throwing interceptions when we drive down to the 1-yard line, he throws an interception. I mean, you know, stupid things like that could totally just derail a game for us, right? So if you get things like that happening, okay, and sometimes it's contagious, all right? You start losing one game, you lose another, you know, and it just finding ways to lose can be contagious, right? So if all things go bad, all right, injuries, bad play, and all and everything, what I say the Giants to be is, you know, they could be 5-12 or 6-11. Okay. The only bright spot with that is that, you know, we'll have a nice draft pick next year. It's not exactly what we're looking for, but as I said, that's if all hell breaks loose. Okay. Tomorrow, what I'm going to do is I'll have a video coming out of what if everything goes according to plan, what the Giants' record might wind up being. Okay, so if all things go bad, we're looking at 5, maybe 6 wins. Okay, tomorrow we'll have a lot more wins than that, I promise. Well, as always, guys, thank you so much for taking time out of your day to check out this video. You guys stay safe out there and go Giants. Woo!